Right, hello, welcome back. Hope you're all well. Right, just thought I'd do a little update because we haven't had a proper update since last year. I did a little bit of New Year, but you know what I'm saying. We haven't had a proper update. And it's not that much of what's been going on, but I'll let you know what's sort of happening or been happening, and then what's happening like at this very moment, and then what's going to happen like next week or next week and a half, something like that, depending on when this video goes up. Right, so I'll start off just after the New Year. We had a visitor in the garden, caught him on the cameras, quite early at night, between 9:15 and 9 o'clock at night. Caught him on the cameras, and I put the wrong bloody security light on outside, so I sort of blinded myself when I come out, and I lit the wrong dog out because I should have lit someone else, would have ripped them apart. But anyway, I sort of lost them, but it's alright. It's all done on camera. I'm not going to go into too much detail apart from letting you know that we had a visitor in the garden, so I'm a bit wary of what I'm showing you, only because you don't know who's watching, and I'm not going to talk about it. We've altered the one place they could have got into or got in the garden. We've altered, so don't, you know, it's been done. Plus the cameras have been altered again, and lots of other things. But we won't go into. You don't all understand that, I'm sure. But it just pisses you off and it puts you on edge. Some pricks in your garden watching you, basically, and having a look. But I think all they were looking at is the old mowers what stood there, like the Hater 48, what stands out there. They would have been a bit disappointed after lifting it over a 6 foot fence to find if they actually look under the covers, only half an inch in there, if I was dare say. Yeah, good luck to them if they wanted to take that, but it just makes you a bit wary, doesn't it? And it's nothing worse than somebody snouting around your stuff when you're not there. Well, in fact we were here, but you know what I'm saying. There's always somebody. That's what makes me laugh. And the fact that they come through, I won't say what the hell they got here, but it wasn't a straight, easy path. They didn't take the easiest route to here, you know. So anyway, that was one thing. Sort of a bit of it made a sort of a bit of a slow beginning of the year because we were so busy checking everything. You know, we weren't moving on. We did Doe's show, as you know, and I spread that video out a bit. I don't like I normally do, just to make it easier for people who just want to see the tractors and whatever. A good show this year, really good show, because it's the 60th one. They put a lot of effort in that Doe's did. Yeah, but it's a shame because I don't know on actual figures, but it seemed like there weren't so many people there this year, but they had a lot more gear there, a lot more gear. Obviously I didn't film a lot of it. There's bits I didn't bother filming because I wanted to have a day out and enjoy myself. But the funny thing about that is I had 5 views, and I'm guessing 2 of them were mine. You know, me sodding around, you know, when I uploaded and stuff, and I 3 thumbs down with 5 views, and I just pissed myself laughing. But on other social networks like Twitter, I had a few comments come through, what was really nasty, really snotty, from mower people and mower channels. I think it's because I mentioned the price of some of the mowers. I was trying to get across that I think they were dear, but they were selling. You know, and it's just to give you an idea what some of this crap was selling for. Because I mean, I don't look at the mowers in that way. I look at them a different way. But yes, a couple of people got snotty about it. Some other people. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. You know, what the 82 this year, I told you I'm not going to worry. I've got more important things to worry about in life, health-wise and everything else to worry about than frigging stupid comments. But I do find it funny. yeah, I couldn't believe the snotty attitude. But I mean, apart from that, I don't know what it is now. I haven't looked lately what the thumbs up and thumbs down are on it. I don't care. But I did think it was funny that there was 3 thumbs down on it, and I thought, fuck's sake, you know. I won't say how many hours it took me to upload and stuff. But there you go. That's people being funny, isn't it? Anyway, the workshop. As you know, if you watched the last video I did in the workshop, it's getting there now. It's more or less how I wanted it. It's how I wanted it until this week when I've been plasma cutting stuff, and I've realised I've got a big problem in here, and that is when you use the plasma cutter and you have a plate of metal, and as you cut into it, obviously the sparks go through. You're running 60 pound a square inch air through the gun, so it's squirting out and it's forcing the sparks down or across or wherever you're going. The trouble is, so you have a plate like that and you're going in the middle to make a hole, that 60 pound is blowing back or blowing wherever it can go. So the hot metal was coming out of there goes everywhere, and the problem with that is even where I've hid stuff away, it's getting showered in this hot metal, and I mean it is hot metal, you know, it's not like welding, it's hotter metal than that. It's difficult to describe it, because when you're actually cutting, you can actually see it. If you're cutting a long strip, you can actually see it drip, like running, like water, you know. Whereas when you're welding, you get your pool and it just that little bit there, you can actually see it running off. I was saying to Louis, and you can see it sort of getting that hot that it's just dripping off. I mean, it's like, I don't know what that bit of metal was I was cutting the other day, it's about 5 mil, you know, and it's getting so much heat in it. Well, I don't know, it might be me, but you know what I'm saying. So for that reason, I'm going to have another altar around and put some of this stuff in their new workshop, which is going to be the machine shop. So it's about another week of sodding around in that. Don't worry, I'm using the workshop as it is. It's just I need it cleared out. It's just that peace of mind for me. So it won't affect what I'm doing the video and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I've started the fast 8 chassis and the jig now, so that's a good thing. I've got room in here to do it. The only other problem I've got is, you'll see it in the video when the fast 8 chassis comes up next weekend. I have my trestles set out with my bits on it and I'm welding on, because it's easy with the trestles, because you can go right up, walk up to it and round it. But if I want to cut a bit of metal with the saw, I have to put all that to one side and then get the saw and cut the metal, go back again, change it around, and I could do it a different way, but I will explain more about that, what the reason why I have to do it that way, in a review I've done on the saw. I won't go on to this because that's a problem I've found with the saw. Well, with cutting, I wouldn't say it's a saw, not a problem with the saw, it's a problem I'm finding when I'm cutting metal. I don't find with wood. But like I say, there's a video coming up with that as well. But Fast Hater itself will be coming up next weekend. Now, I've had a bit of a bad week. I've got a sore throat. I think that's the fumes and shit from cutting and welding. Oh dear, that's it. If I cough, they're going to have to lock me up for a week, and 14 days. Yeah, so yeah, I've had a bit of a bad week. I've just done a few daft things. The first thing I did wrong was I was plasma cutting, and I don't know what I did. I must have caught the nozzle, or I did something, and I melted it basically. So that pissed me off, because I was spent about another half an hour fiddling around with, thinking it was the machine, not thinking, well, it looks alright, cleaning it up. It wasn't until I took it apart I realised what I'd done. So that was a bit of a peed me off a bit. And then, but there's nothing, it's what happens part of it. And then yesterday, I think it was, Louis wanted to pump up some bike tyres, and I'd got the little vice what I took off, and that when I did the vice video, the bender thing, and I took the little vice off and I did put the big one on. Well, I left the little one on the vice on the bench, and my airline was on top of it. So as I went to grab my airline, I pulled it off the bench. I pulled the vice off, the little vice. The trouble is, that's fine, it would have hit the ground, but the trouble was the new compressor was in the way, and it smashed the bloody gauge. And I would have thought better cheap one, it would be plastic on that gauge, but it's not, it's glass. And lucky, to be honest with you, I'm lucky that's what it did, because the way it hit the bloody compressor, I thought it would have smashed the whole lot. So I was very, very lucky, I know. But if you'd have been in here, oh dear, I wasn't very, I wasn't in a very happy mood. Yeah, I'll put it this way, good job I did it, not Louis, because I'd have knocked his fucking head off. But it wasn't Louis' fault, it's just that I was trying to get on and he was, oh, I'm going to pump this up, yeah, you know. I grabbed the airline. What a bastard. So that was that, and then today, where I've cut the old fast hater, and you know it bends, well, I've cut the bits out to make a jig out of it. Obviously it's a bit bendy, so I braced it, and I only tacked a bit of box section in there, tacked it, and I thought, oh, turn my gas off. Went to turn my gas off, and the gas valve was jammed, and this has happened before, and I normally find I release it and it's fine. No, not this time. I went to give it a bit of a go and I broke it. So I had the gas coming out of the bottle, you know, sodding around. So that's buggered now. I think there's still a bit of gas in the bottle still, but the valve itself is knackered, and so I need to get the proper size bottles and the kit for that. So that's another 100 with the bottle and the fill up, and get 100 and some quid. So it's gonna have to wait a week or two or whatever. So that held me up, and then I realised, like, I didn't give it a thought until later on this evening. I could use my bloody stick welder, my arc welder, whatever you want to call it. I could use that for that box section. That's 3mm box section, that'd be alright. So I can carry on. So yeah, so that's where I am at the moment. We're busy doing the chassis on the fast hater, which is great to actually build something, make something, you know. And I'm making a meal of it because I am enjoying myself. So I'm grinding everything flat, which you wouldn't bother, and I'm sodding around it quite happily at the moment. It's what I've been waiting for to do for such a long time, so that's really good. But like I say, the trouble is with it is the videos are, I don't want to film too much, so yeah, so I'm just showing you bits and pieces I'm doing. I'm not showing you me bloody building every little bit, because it's just pointless. Nobody's interested in the projects really, to be honest with you. But it's just something I'm doing, so I'm filming it, you know. I think, to be honest with you, if I hadn't started filming that, I wouldn't bother filming the rest of it. I'd just build it myself and get on with it. Because the amount of views I get is, what I say, crap. But yeah, so anyway, that'll be coming next weekend. Next week, I'm not sure what day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not sure. Just keep an eye out for that if you want to see what's going on. It's not the prettiest looking thing at the moment. I keep looking over and thinking, yeah, what can I say about it? But basically, it's to start off with a jig, and tomorrow I'll be cracking on, Sunday tomorrow, so I'll be cracking on with building the frame. Yeah, I mentioned the metal cutting stuff. Yeah, I've got a review on that, it's all coming as well. But yeah, so it's that's probably about it. Let me think of. Oh yeah, I've got my van and stuff. I'll tell you about that in a second. Right, so my van. I did mention in the what video was it? The plane in the workshop, whatever it was video. I mentioned that I was going to do my brakes. I still haven't done them yet because I thought, oh no, I'll get my wheel bearings and I'll do my wheel bearings as well. But at the moment, I've just decided to do my brakes. I'm going to hopefully do that this week, but the trouble is I'm in here trying to do as much as I can, and we're also decorating after the builders. So I've got my in-laws, or I've got my two of my sister-in-laws here at the moment with Heidi. That's why I'm out here decorating. So I've got decorating to do and everything else to do at once, but it's about getting around to it. There's a couple of times I've gone out to film the van being done, and just got out there and we've had a shower, and I think, oh, I want to film it. It's no point. I might as well film it. There's no rush. Now the van, I'm going to do several bits on it now. I've decided, you know, to video most of it. There's quite a bit of work to be done on it. It's stuff I should have done when I got it, really. I sorted out the leaks and stuff. But yeah, I've done quite a bit of mileage in that van since I've had it, and you know, I probably won't use it so much for work now. So you know, there's lots of little things I want to do to it, like so sorting out the electrics, and I've been on about it long enough. Rewiring all the lights up and that, put some decent switches in it. It's just a matter of getting around the film, because if you know, it's like if you're filming stuff, it takes so much longer to do it, and plus you've got to make sure, you know, if it's pissing down the rain, you can't just leave a camera out there and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say. Yes, there's quite a few things coming up, but like I say, there's a bit of a delay here, like last couple of weeks and this week, because I've been working on the fast 8er, and like I say, it just takes a bit of time. I'm going to decorate in the house, and we've had builders in, as you know. That's sort of all done. The building's done. We're still waiting for, believe it or not, 2 tiles to be put up. Yeah, I don't know what. I think they're sort of trying to forget about it and walk away, but that's not happening. Like I said, we're cracking on with the decorating now. It's okay, but it's a pain in the arse, isn't it? So I don't mind it too much. It's quite good because Heidi likes doing the emulsion work. Don't like doing what we call bright work, you know, like the glossing and stuff like that. Whereas I like doing the glossing, and I get bored of the roller stuff. I like doing, like I say, so I can just concentrate and do, you know, it's nice. But anyway, I think that's long enough. Trying to think if anything else. Louis done a few bits and pieces. I might show them on the next update. I'm not going to film them, but a few things with little and small engines he's doing, as well as other stuff he's been doing as well. Like I said, we'll talk about that in another update. But take care. Look after yourself with all this virus shit going on around you. You know what I'm saying. Don't buy all the bog roll. Let other people have wipe their arse in peace. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up if you like it, all the usual stuff. Take it easy.